Howdy guys, welcome back to Let's Play Secret of Mana. In the last episode, I guess we kind of waxed philosophically or something, and talked about loving one another and character building, and related all that back to the story somehow with regard to LNA, and made it here. And in this episode, we hope to, I guess, whoa, that's right, I cast Stone Saber. Well, in this episode we intend to save Gemma, since he's probably captured too. Alright, so new enemies. Zombies and Tomato Men. The Tomato Men have really high defense. So you could use Gem Missile on them to take them out. But I'm gonna cast Slowdown to, well, slow them down. As you can see, the zombies can cast Slowdown on me as well. Did I cast Slowdown or did I legit just cast a Gem Missile? I was just totally zoned out. I cast Gem Missile from the MP cost. So, never mind. Do that. Because otherwise you'll have to charge your weapons to take out the Tomato Men, and, well, you'll often hit zero with them, and they have high evasion, so it's just, it's a hassle fighting them. They spawn zombies. The Tomato Men can also cast, in addition to... oh, I'm not fighting them. Tomato Men, in addition to spawning zombies, they can cast Fireball. A very powerful spell. I mean, I don't think I got to... no, I didn't get to show you in this video what that spell was like from the Fire Gygus. But, trust me, it's a pretty powerful spell. Alright, you know what, let's cast Defender here. And with you, why don't we cast Slowdown? Ooh, I hit them both. Took them both out. And Popoy's leveled up, alright. I was hoping I'd get better use out of that, level up by casting more spells, but that's my bad. See? Hit 0 damage. Best to avoid all these high defense guys because it's just not worth fighting. Or you can cast the spells on them and take advantage of that. But I have a very specific reason why I'm not doing that. And that relates to what I mentioned in the last video, was a mismanagement of my resources. Well, Randy leveled up, awesome. Ooh, she's close to leveling up. Why don't we take advantage... oh, that's you. My mistake. Why don't we take advantage of that? Cast along the way, get the free MP restore, because in this version, it restores MP. And that is awesome. Ooh, a critical hit, good. I think Tomato Men only have around 40 HP or so. 2 crits, nice! So, if you're able to actually hit them and deal damage to them, it's a great benefit. So she still has MP. He clearly needs Remedy. And she's leveled up. And there's the Fireball. 58 damage. He's gonna cast it again. Get out of here, get out of here. Okay. Well, if he wasn't, I certainly wasn't gonna risk that. Alright, so I'm just gonna shove him, and you can shove and move enemies a lot faster in this version of the game. In the other one, you'd have like a push animation and you'd be moving really slowly. But not so... oh jeez, someone's hit. Jeez, OP, it's 64! And he's nowhere near level. Alright, let's try to heal him up right now. Don't risk anything. Good, it healed him. Well, caused a lot of damage. Let's finish him off. We're actually causing damage to him. Cool, we've leveled up enough. Yep. It's pretty straightforward in this dungeon. I actually chose to go the right way. There was an optional room a little ways back there that you could enter into. And there'd be, I think, Tomato Man and some of those zombies in there, but honestly, not a big deal. They're all worth a lot of experience here. And oh, with this door here, you can't go back. There is no turning back. Once you come in here, You're stuck. No going back to town, sleeping in an inn. Yeah, no going back and purchasing items that you need. No going to Neko to purchase fairy walnuts that I so desperately needed. And, well, here we go. Thanatos himself.
Thanatos, I presume? Indeed.
Oh good, I was right.
I've heard much about you. You have beaten Elene, which means you are no ordinary fools.
Hand over Pamela and Diealus, and stop whatever you're doing to the people of the kingdom.
Actually, we beat her, Tiger. We didn't have to lift a finger fighting her herself.
How amusing. You show some spirit, at least. I suppose this is the Pamela to whom you were referring. Unfortunately for you, I've already drained her energy. She's now my faithful servant.
How could you?
Oh no.
Sealed under this altar is the energy collected from the people. Resistance is a waste of time.
Resistance is
Submit to the Empire now, or you too will face utter destruction.
impossible. We're the heroes. We can't die.
It's only a matter of time before all nations fall before the might of the fortress. Then there will be order.
The fortress is gone.
Without life force, no one has a chance against a might such as ours.
Well, of course, if they have no life force, they're dead. Dialogue.
He was a difficult one to crack. I hear Elene had a hard time with him too. Could this soldier be... Things are becoming more interesting. You three are entertaining in your own way. I believe I'll take your energy as well.
Fat chance, just try it. Oh. Okay.
Your life force will be collected in that room. Don't struggle.
Alright, it's boss time. Oh, and you guys may not have noticed, but I've been playing, and at least I didn't notice it because I'm so used to it, I've been playing with the original soundtrack this whole time, instead of the other one. Alright, so this is the wall face, evil wall, something, chamber's eye, and the wall face. Alright, so destroy the middle eye and you beat the boss. It's a good idea to kill the left eye though, because this is the one that casts Cure Water and heals the center eye. So keep this thing dead. When you kill an eye, the other one will revive it. The right eye casts Freeze and some other sorts of spells to cause you intense damage. So, if you can manage to kill him, great. Don't kill both eyes on the sides before you kill the center eye, because if you do, bad things will happen. He'll begin to push you to the back of the room, and when he does that, if he makes you all the way, pushes you all the way to the back of the room, it's an instant game over. And honestly, that's not good. We don't want an instant game over. So leave one eye alive. And don't forget the mandatory spam casting. So in my other recording though, everyone, I actually had no MP going into the sprite, and I had no fairy walnuts to restore him. So this fight ended up taking forever, 20 minutes or so. And it was just plain awful. Because all I could do was sit here and melee him. And I could hardly cause him any damage because of stuff like that, missing and whatnot. It's like maybe I could have charged. Oh, there we go, and I beat him really quick in this one. Probably a couple minutes. So, yeah, you can beat the game with just your weapons. But I highly, 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 highly recommend having spells for bosses. It just speeds things up big time. If it was a Super Nintendo game, I think it might be a little easier in dealing damage to them, but goodness. I hope I'm able to upload that video, even though it got desynced and whatnot.
I see. So this child is the new wielder of the Mana Sword. How quaint. A ragtag bunch of kids playing around like they're the heroes of legend. I'll withdraw for the time being. You may have your village, but I will take these two.
Wait! No! Stop!
Until we meet again.
Oh, we failed to save them. Well, honestly, I kind of expected that. Not just because I played the game before, but because, well, if we save Diealus, or, Pamela, not Thana, she wouldn't be following us anymore. Have they all got their energy back?
I'm still foggy.
Oh, there's Gemma, but it sounds like they have.
Oh, hello. Where are we? Is Pamela here?
Ouch.
Where did I end up?
Ruins.
What have I been doing all this time? Please, inform the castle of this phenomenon.
Good, he tells you to go to the castle. That's where I'm gonna go after this, because not because of that, but because there's something else there I want to get.
No! How long have I been here? I have laundry to do.
So in the Super Nintendo game, I thought Thanatos was actually just a skull person, not a person in a skull mask, so I thought I was fighting an undead person the whole time, but turns out, at least it looks like it there, he's totally in the flesh.
Gemma!
Apologies. I let my guard down. Thanatos is one of the Empire's best and most fearsome generals. They had no idea they'd sent him.
Oh wow.
It's strange to see such underhanded tactics from the Empire. Why steal life energy from people? The Empire wants to break the seals and resurrect the Mana Fortress. They don't need Thanatos for that.
Huh.
All that is certain is that if Thanatos is here, his forces can't be far behind. This land is in danger. This bodes ill. In any case, you should return to Lucas. I'm off to the underground palace.
Alright, but before we go to Luca's, I'm gonna go straight to the castle and inform the castle, if you will, of the events that have transpired. Actually, I just want the elite treasure that's sitting up there for the hero legend. But even before that, I just remembered, even more importantly, we now have access to this! He's awake! His energy is back!
Welcome! What'll it be?
What'll it be? An upgrade to our... let's see, where is it? Yes, armor, the Cobra bracelet.
Anything else?
I love the
Come again.
Cobra bracelet. So, in the Super Nintendo game, the Cobra bracelet would, see how it says up there on poison, down there in the bottom left of the screen? It says you're immune to poison, essentially, if I recall. In the Super Nintendo game, if you were poisoned and you equipped it, it would actually remove the poison for free. Not so in this version, for some reason. I guess it's just an oversight.
Welcome! What'll
But being immune to poison's very nice, and that is certainly going to come in handy in the near
Anything
future.
else? Come again.
Not super near future, but near enough. Wait a minute, you know what I should have done, and I didn't realize it? I want to make sure that this guy sells pretty much the exact same stuff as the other game.
Welcome!
Welcome. Okay, he
Anything
does.
else? Come again.
I wanted to see if he sold fairy walnuts or something. He does not do so in the Super Nintendo game, and it's mimicked that here, which is good. Wait a minute, now that people are restored, why don't we check this out over here? Man, I thought I'd go into the castle, but here I am dragging my feet. But I'm curious.
Mama and Papa are back to normal!
Yay!
Mama and Papa are back to normal!
At least it's a different voice.
For the sake of the children, I hope it doesn't come to war.
We're already in a war.
No matter what happens, I have to protect my family.
Good on you, man. Cool. I'm glad to see that family's doing well now. This lady might say something different too.
Everyone's back to normal. Thank you, kind traveler.
Just doing my duty. Because I love you
Thank
guys.
you very much.
Not a problem. Let's see if anything changes here.
The master has been out of sorts since you left, miss. Please, come back. Think of your father.
Let's see.
You're back.
Dad, no! I won't come back until I find Diealus.
Alright. But she will come back, which is good. She still loves her dad, though she's had disagreements and all that. All that stuff. Oh my goodness.
I feel like I'm stuck in a dream.
I don't blame you. This is Pandora, right?
This is the kingdom.
Yeah, okay, you're not different. Let's continue to drag our feet. Actually, I want to keep up with the cutscenes, because
One night is 10 GP.
there'll be a huge backup if I don't try and keep up with it now.
It's so weird talking to Luka. I can't wrap my head around the idea that she's hundreds of years old.
Never seen Granny like her.
The first time we met, I didn't realize that was Luka until Gemma got mad at me.
What's her secret? Whoa! What's with the serious expression? I don't care how old I get, as long as I never look like Elena. How does Luka manage?
Magic water?
I've got it! It must be the lake around the water palace. Undine must have imbued it with magic or something.
We're thinking along the same lines.
That must be it. I'll just take up swimming in the lake every day and wait for the results. Look out, world! This fresh-faced girl is gonna cause a splash. What is she talking about this time?
I wasn't gonna ask.
You guys have something to say?
No, nothing.
There are some things you just don't need to wonder.
Too true, Papoy. Too true. Excellent. Nah, we're good. Autosave should be enough for us. But it could be too, if it isn't the water around the palace, it could be that she's, what, Sage of Water pretty much? That could be why she's managed to stay around for so long. So alright, this room here. In the Super Nintendo game, if you enter this room and then use the magic rope, cannot use it here in this game, it would actually warp you. You would appear here, and then when you tried to leave, you would infinitely be stuck in here. You'd appear right back here again. You go down, leave, except you'd appear here again and again and again
Diealus and his
forever.
men haven't returned.
So,
The
yeah.
townsfolk and most of the soldiers are acting like...
They weren't updated. Because they are no longer zombies. They are saved. Their consciousness is restored. Alright. So why don't we go see how the king is doing? See if he'll reward us for our valiant efforts. No, they're gone. I was thinking about seeing if, for some reason, certain people would reappear, but no. Oh, they're gone. They're zombies. We couldn't save them.
It looks like Gemma was correct when he said you young people were going to save our country.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Gemma, for the vote of confidence.
The king has recovered. He's no longer languishing in depression. In fact, he cannot seem to sit still.
Oh, awesome. He is alive. Oh, look at that sweet portrait up there. I completely missed that the last time. At least I'm pretty sure I did. That looks pretty awesome. Who or what is that? Is that this game relevant? I really don't know.
Thank you. When your journey is over, please come back. You are welcome here in Pandora.
Thanks. What about
You
you?
get it. Hope has returned to my kingdom. What Gemma said about you and the Mana Sword was true after all. As the legends foretold, we will bestow our treasure back to its rightful owner.
Sweet.
Go down those stairs to retrieve it. We've guarded these for centuries for you, wielder of the Mana Sword. Take them with you and save the world.
For centuries. How long was the other Mana Knight around who saved the world? At least I assume it was a Mana Knight. At least I assume he was a knight. I assume it was a he. There are a lot of assumptions. It's like, man, you really never know. So far, a lot of money. Oh, this is special. Sweet, a sword orb. Those kind of expected. But that means the other guy, or person? I'm just gonna use my normal terminology here. So the other guy missed the sword orb because he didn't come here? So he could have been fighting with a better mana sword and smashed the fortress a whole lot easier? Really? You guys guarded it from him, didn't you? You're not the hero. Nah, whatever. Well, it is our mission now to go back to Sage Luka. And Gemma went to the underground... Let's see, was it the underground palace? Or just the dwarf village? I think it was the underground palace. I mean, I can't imagine what he'd have to go there for. We're the ones with the mana sword, we're the ones who seal the seed, and it doesn't seem to be in any danger anymore. We defeated the enemy guarding it. We have the power of Gnome. Alright, well, Water Palace is this way, so let's make our way over to it. And I don't know how often I don't know if I'll keep showing you guys all my travels in between the different areas now that we're just rehashing it over and over. But I might, for the sole sake of showing you guys, for at least for a short time, that if you cast spells as you go along, you'll be able to keep everything leveled up into tip-top shape. I don't know when Gnome reached level 1, but sweet. But I definitely want to try to keep this right up with everything. And just to show you that it's possible. Undine's level 2. Let's use speed up. Did I just use it onto one person? Oh good, I didn't. The boy's spear's level 2. Alright. Power glove. Jackrams 2. Boy's on the whip. Load axe 0. Use that. Randy's evasion. Cool, cool. I mean, they're not going to hit me anyway. Hey. Oop. Why don't we take a shortcut after I cast speed down on this person? Well, I guess it's not a person, it's just a wild flesh-eating mushroom, I'd imagine. I mean, I can't imagine why they'd be trying to kill us otherwise, unless they're defending themselves because they believe we're a threat to the ecosystem or something. Which would be, I guess, completely reasonable. It sounds like, at least my guess, why the gods would be, attacking. Oh, candy, good. And actually, come to think of it, now that I remember, it was because of human greed that they tried to destroy the world and at least destroy the technology and whatnot. The world was consumed with poison and fire. Well, I guess that and they were trying to, or the Mana Fortress was absorbing all the mana in the world, which I guess is perhaps what sustains life? And these guys were just completely oblivious to that fact? I don't know. Alright, but we seem to be doing a pretty good job of... Ooh, he's level 2! Huzzah! Now I can start casting offensive magic. We seem to be doing a good job right now of sealing the mana seeds with the sword. I mean... with Luka's palace protected. Oh wait, actually come to think of it, now that we have Undine, is her palace protected at all? I don't know. That's an interesting thought. 3, I won't be able to cast much, I'll just use this. It doesn't matter whether you use all your MP. Wow, that was awesome. But I was doing it anyway. Did I level up with the whip and I completely forgot to change it? Sure did. Let's go to the pole dart. Wait, that is one I can use, right? Yes, good. I knew that. Let's grab the treasure. 16 gold pieces. And we're close to the water palace. I don't know if we'll have a chance to take advantage of her MP. So, I think I'll do that now. You could argue that it's slightly grindy and I could have optimized it a bit more, but you know what, no big deal. As long as you cast everything in between places, you'll be fine. Alright, Luka, what's the word? Where must we go now? Honestly, I don't think there's anything left to do other than, well, potentially find our way to the Upper Land, and find our way to Diealus and Pamela. You can tell I'm a Super Nintendo player, goodness.
Oh, this is horrible. Someone has taken the mana seed of water.
Oh, that is bad.
This crime doesn't seem like the Empire's usual trickery. How strange. Someone must have snuck in and stolen the seed, while Undine's barrier was weakened.
Sounds like it's back up again. But, hold on. I'll explain it after.
You must not let that seed fall into the wrong hands. Get it back as soon as you can. Wait, I see it. The seed is in the depths of Gaia's navel.
Alright, I guess we're going to Gaia's navel. And oh, you know what? She doesn't restore you now, does she? She doesn't. You lose that. Well, Neko will restore you if you go and sleep at his place. But, okay, so Undine's barrier was weakened, but we came back here and saw that that was just fine. So I guess it was sometime afterward. What were you doing? Checking out in your little dungeon? It's not like you have a lot to do while you're here. You just listen to the water talk to you. But, I don't know. Ordinarily in the Super Nintendo game, I don't know how you're supposed to figure out how to go to Gaia's navel. Maybe you would come back to her because you'd be clueless, and then she'd tell you, but I always just made my way to Gaia's navel, to the Dwarf Palace, right where Gemma went. So that's where we will be going in the next episode of Let's Play Secret of Mana. Take care, guys. Have a good one. God bless, and bye-bye.